Now, in a bid to curb rampant gang violence in different parts of the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced the deployment of the army to the most affected areas during his State of the Nation address last week. One such area here in Gauteng is Riverlea, and that's where we find my colleague Mbali Thethani, who is on standby with some residents there on how they view this announcement by the president. And Mbali, of course, some mixed reaction as we've heard from some of the residents in different parts of the country. What are the residents in Riverlea saying?
Well, certainly, Bongiwe, we do know that the acting police minister, Feroz Kachalia, yesterday announcing in Parliament that in the next few days, and to be specific, he said yesterday in the next 10 days, the army will be deployed to at least 3 provinces, that being Gauteng, the Western Cape, and now we know that the army will also be deployed to the Eastern Cape. And this is to fight crime, particularly when it comes to gangsterism in some areas, but also when it comes to dealing with illegal mining. And this particular place where we are at the moment is riddled with crime, as well as the issue of zamazamas in the Riverlea area. And to talk to us more about this, we are now joined by a community activist here in Riverlea. Her name is Bernice. And Bernice, we've been hearing from the president. We also heard from the acting police minister yesterday that the army will be deployed to Gauteng, Western Cape, as well as in the Eastern Cape. Do you want Riverlea to be prioritized when the police minister does deploy the members of the SNDF to this area?
Yes, most definitely. This community will definitely welcome the army over here. We've been crying for the army, and the reason is with the zamazamas, they are damaging the infrastructure. Especially now with the water crisis, they are breaking the pipes and so on. So, and our houses are in danger. The gas pipes, they are living in informal settlement, and the gas pipes are there, so any day Riverlea can go up in smoke. The people in Gazania, in Horseshoe, are affected the worst with gunfire. There's people that have been killed with the crossfire, as well as just around the corner of here where we're standing, there's a person that was just shot while they're walking, fell down, passed away. So we need them. Another thing, in all our colored areas, we need the army. We need stop and searches. We are tired of our youth dying. We are really tired. Just on Saturday morning, there was a body found over here. There was a body found in November at the mine dumps behind over here. We are tired of picking up our youth, blood all over this area. So we need the army, and I think everyone in this area will welcome them. Thank you so much.
And maybe before you go, Bernice, I just want us to see those 2 gentlemen over there who are walking. And I do understand this is the route that some of the zamazamas then use to move from one place to another, particularly when they go to these dumping sites. Tell us just how have this affected the community of Riverlea when it comes to the issue of illegal mining?
Okay, this community is really terrified. As you can see, this is peak hour. Cars is up and down. And then you will see one of them, you'll see a whole, maybe 20 of them running across over here like a flock of sheep. And then you'll see one with a blanket and a big rifle. And he stands back and he watches. People are terrified, especially at peak hour when they're coming. So really the zamazamas is making our lives a misery.
All right, thank you so much, Bernice. I'm going to now bring in the chairperson of the CPF in this community, that is Mongezi. And Mongezi, if maybe you can just take us through some of the problems and the issues being faced by this community when it comes to crime.
Let me first say thank you for the opportunity that I've been given. Good evening to your viewers, Mbali, and at SABC this evening. Yes, we are affected with crime through zamazamas. These people are all over this area. They are staying in other areas like Zamimpilo. They're staying in Crown Mine. That's where their hides out. As Bernice has said, they've been really a nuisance in our communities.
Why is it important for the police minister to also prioritize this community when they do roll out this plan of deploying the army to several areas in the country?
It is very, very important. It will really help us a great deal. It will also assist our station, Langlaagte, to assist them in curbing the crime of the zamazamas, because these people, they are armed with the heavy rifles, and our police, they outnumber them. So if our minister can deploy them here, it would be nice, because it will be very important that they deploy them in the areas where the holes are. They can camp in there, so that these people, they won't able to come out. Or when they come out, they can arrest them. If they go in, also they will see them. So if the soldiers can just be with our police, help our police to...
What are community members saying, particularly when they heard from the president saying that, certain areas and provinces will be prioritized in crime fighting, particularly now with the deployment of the SANDF?
They welcomed it. Our community in this area, they really welcomed that the announcement of the president for deploying SANDF into Riverlea. I think they should prioritize our area as well, as much as the other areas. They need the most, but we also need the most in this side, so that we can be able to work with our police and the community together with the CPF and try and fight this scourge of illegal mining in our area.
Thank you so much. I'm also now going to bring in Msimelelo. Msimelelo, you are a councillor in this area. Paint a picture for us. What is a day like for people who are living in Riverlea?
Okay, thanks, Mbali, and greetings to everyone. If I can just play a picture to everyone. When we're standing here, there were two guys behind us that crossed with bags of what so-called gold dust. So this is a daily thing that is happening amongst our community. And at some point, when those guys, they get nothing from underground, they come and rob our people, take their phones and all of that. And when they fight underneath, they just dump bodies, and we have children who are passing this road, and they're just terrified. So it's just that situation whereby we're just scared as the community all the time.
I also understand that this area is prone to turf wars. There are shootings that also take place, during the day when there are children and when there are people in their homes.
Yes, when they decided to shoot, they just shooting. And there was an incident whereby another guy just got a bullet. He was from work, and then he just got a bullet, and then he died, unfortunately. So it's the community is facing such challenges. And we have the gun violence, whereby it just come a season whereby the gang is just fighting, and then they're just shooting around the community. They don't even care who says what is happening. They just shoot each other just like that.
And when it comes to this announcement that there will be members of the SANDF being deployed to various provinces, why should the president and why should the police minister prioritize this area?
Remember, this area, it was prioritized by that time of Begitsele, former police minister, whereby the police were stationed, but the way they were doing it in such a way that they are patrolling. But I think now with the deployment of the soldiers, they are going to be permanently camping in these dangerous areas, so that at least they can deal with this thing. Not to say after 2 hours they are not there, and then they can come in and all of that. But if they are camping directly on those hot spots, then they can manage to catch these criminals.
All right, thank you so much, sir. That is Councillor Lobi there, just giving us an insight in terms of the issues and the problems and challenges facing the residents of Riverlea. It's not just illegal mining, it's also the issue of crime, and they want the acting police minister to also prioritize this community once the members of the SANDF do indeed get rolled out to the various provinces.
My colleague Mbali Thethani live for us in Riverlea.